What's up, you beautiful collectors and action figure fans? Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the absolutely incredible support of my Optibotimus Plus channel members, and even all of you that's just hitting that thumbs up button, we're going to be taking a look at the Spider-Man web shooter replicas exclusively available at the Disney California Adventure Campus here in Anaheim, California. And to be totally honest, of all the things that I've shown you guys so far, this by far is my favorite piece that I picked up. Many of you know that I am a huge Marvel fan. I'm also a huge Disney fan. But if you've been around long enough, you also know that I'm a massive prop replica fan. And that's basically what this is. And this was numero uno on my list. For the box, you can see you got a really nice image of the web shooters right there. You can see the web logo in the corner. That also is shown here on the top with a Worldwide Engineering Brigade. Side here has that same kind of thing. The bottom here has warnings, contact information, the price of it. Yes, it was $70. You can see all the ways to change the batteries and stuff, how to attach the display stand, because this has a absolute wonderful feature with lights and sounds, but also the ability to be displayed. I think that's fantastic. And it says, at Webb, the Worldwide Engineering Brigade, we partnered closely with Spider-Man to engineer some great new tech upgrades, including these sleek, metallic web shooters. Now, fun fact about this, even today, Spider-Man is technically still owned by the folks over at Sony. And because of some really weird theme park kind of licensing that was done by Marvel back in, I think, like the 90s. Interestingly enough, the word Marvel cannot be used anywhere in Marvel Land, which is kind of hilarious because that's what everybody calls it. But even if you watch the dedication, which I thought was wonderfully well done, everybody there referred to this as just the cinematic universe, not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also, in order to have like Spider-Man there, they had to change his suit because it is still, in terms of the overall look and stuff, owned by Sony. And that's where these come into play. Starting off first, I'm just sliding these up just to kind of get these out of the way. For right now, you do get this display base. It's really nice. It's plastic, but it looks pretty good. I like the little texture detail in here with all these different little kind of rings and everything. I really dig that. You see the Worldwide Engineering Brigade or Web logo right down there. It's actually molded in there with some nice red paint, and then you have the printing right there. I mean, overall, it does its job. It's not overly spectacular. You do have to kind of clip it together. It comes in two pieces. I don't know if I can detach it now, but that just kind of locks in. But when I was looking these up, I was like, where are these from? Because they're very similar to the ones that we've seen in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, but slightly different to be used by Disney for the most part. And it's actually incorporated in the new suit that he wears in the Avengers Campus. But really nice. The very surprising thing is, this is metal. Obviously, the internal section here is like plastic and stuff, but the outer section is all metal. You can see a gorgeous chrome finish throughout there. Great detail all the way around. Front, top, side, all of it looks really very cool. And you can see it does have a, like I said, similar look to some of the ones, specifically the ones that were part of that very first suit that Tony gave him, because the more upgraded suit that we saw in Far From Home had them a little bit smaller, and those were black, I think. I think all of them were fairly black, but all of this is, like I said, slightly like what we saw. And yeah, you can actually wear it. You got a foam section on the inside. Now, I'm a grown man, so you push this button here and you open it like that. Then you're going to want to put your wrist here, close that around, get that kind of in a good spot. That locks in right there. This is on a nice bendy wire. It stays in the position pretty much wherever you put it. So like if you want to here, it's going to stay there. If you flex it down and want to kind of put it down by your fingers, you absolutely can, because you have to go like this, right? So, and it's great. Now I'm going to show you this one so that you can see the actual light. When you push the button here, that's really all it does. It's still, I'm geeking out over it. I just accidentally hit it. But let me put this in the right way. Because, I mean, I am a Spider-Man fan. So you clip that on there. And now... And it kind of sounds like they get different. They sound different. So I wonder if it varies in terms of the overall sounds or whatever. But... I'm not good at keeping my fingers out. I just keep going like this. Now, these will not work on the attraction, which is a little unfortunate. I am noticing it is fairly tight. You can kind of see some like pinching right there. Probably better for smaller people. I'm about 200 pounds, about 6'3", so I'm a bigger dude. But in general, I mean, I love these. And then you just push again, detach it. The foam section, though, here is pretty... I feel like it's pretty decent. I could see, like, maybe that drying out over time. I don't know entirely. See the speaker here and the bottom, so when you push it, it's coming from there. But it still sounds pretty good. Locks in there, stays in pretty decently, and then again, you get the red light-up section. I think they're fantastic. I really absolutely love these. It is, you know, just a prop replica for the most part. And honestly, for me, I feel like $70 is not a bad price. And then I like kind of fitting this down there where the little edge of these bits right here kind of, and I don't even know if I have that in the right way, but kind of fits in. I feel like $70 is a really good price. I was not expecting these to be made out of metal, to be totally honest with you. That blew me away. I was absolutely surprised. But super fun. Great display on these all the way around. I mean, it is a really very nice sort of presentation. The quality of the material is really good. And I even think that the price, like I said, is fairly reasonable considering metal, electronics, and hell, I paid $50 for those goggles that I didn't think were, I mean, they were cool, but they weren't as good as I hoped. This is a phenomenal setup, in my opinion. So, if you are in California, if you happen to go to Disneyland and get to go to Avengers Campus, this is honestly one thing that I would absolutely put on the top of the list. The only way that these could have gotten better is if they did put that like functionality like those power bands that I showed off before. If they made these actually function with the ride, that would have been even cooler, but you already had something like that, so I can see why they didn't, but it's still kind of would have been cool. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would do one very simple thing for me, and that's just to hit that thumbs up button. Believe it or not, that one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, I gotta send a huge shout out once again to all of my Optibotimus Plus channel members, who through their direct support help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a channel member, where you can get exclusive channel chat and comment emojis, loyalty badges, access to the Optibotimus Plus Discord, exclusive member unboxing videos, live streams, Zoom calls, as well as the occasional giveaways like these guys do, then please consider becoming a member of Optibotimus Plus. And for that, all you have to do is click on that little join button right down there. And as always, guys, in the words of the late, great Walt Disney, please remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.